Welcome to our Freedom from Suffering Now video blog. I'm Dr. Steve Grinstead. You know, it's been a while since I've done one of these because some exciting things have happened. At the end of June, I closed my private practice office in Sacramento, California, and moved it and our household down to Camarillo, California, where myself and two wonderful partners are going to be opening a functional restoration chronic pain program. You'll be hearing more about that in the future. That got me to thinking about one of the top things that we want to teach people in this program is how to manage pain flare-ups. So today it's all about pain flare-up management. You know, it's like having an insurance policy. If you or someone you love dearly or care about is suffering with chronic pain, please pay attention to this because I'm going to give you some really simple tips on how to handle pain flare-ups so they don't take you out. You know, historically, a lot of people, when they're undergoing chronic pain management, get symptom management. They work with a well-meaning provider that wants to ease their pain and suffering, and unfortunately, the only tool they know is to medicate. Sometimes some interventional procedures like trigger point injections, epidural injections, facet blocks, different things like that. However, a lot of times they don't get any training and education on what to do when they have a pain flare-up. And when I talk about pain flare-ups, you know, when people are going on and we help them get their pain at a manageable level, let's say 3 to 4 on a 1 to 10 scale. And don't you just hate that 1 to 10 scale? I do. I want to teach people how to use a verbal scale instead. But it's all we have sometimes. So when you're looking at your pain, it's a very low level. It's noticeable, sometimes it's frustrating, sometimes you don't like it, but you're able to function normally. And then out of the blue sometimes, for no apparent reason, or sometimes there's a darn good reason, your pain spikes up to a higher level, 7, 8. This is where you have some severe limitations with functioning and doing day-to-day activities. And the pain becomes really annoying. It really is frustrating. It's stopping you from having a good quality of life. So unfortunately, many of the patients I've worked with over the years have been sent to me because they run into problems with medication. Misusing, overusing, some type of problem with their medication. And historically, one of the biggest things that I found was people would take an extra dose of their pain medication when they started experiencing a flare-up. You know, when they meet with me, I says, okay, so when you do that, you're going to run out, and this pain doctor, this pain clinic here isn't going to refill your prescription. So we need to figure out a better way here. So let me start with asking a few questions. And one of the questions I want to ask people is, after you take that medication, how long do you start noticing relief? And I swear, most of the people share in about 10 to 15 minutes. Now that tells me right there that it's not the medication. Medication can take anywhere from 50 to 75 minutes to start having some effect, except some of the really fast-acting fentanyl, for example, instant release. But I want people to know that there's things besides medication that you can do that works faster. Non-medication, or what we call non-pharmacological interventions. Some of the holistic things, for example. Some of the industry standards are ice, stretching, meditation, breathing, mindfulness, relaxation, and one of the things I encourage people to do when you're having a pain flare-up, get yourself in a quiet, peaceful place and start doing some deep breathing, and then get a piece of paper and a pencil and start writing down all the things you're grateful for. Now, you also have to have an insurance policy. The insurance policy is things to do to help you bring the levels of pain down. And you want to do things other than take extra doses of pain meds. There's many, many things people can do. Otherwise you can run into the trap of running out of your meds early or developing a substance use problem up to and including addiction. So finding out some simple things, acupuncture, chiropractic, tai chi, different things, movement, dance, music. There's all kinds of alternatives. The only limit to these are your imagination and your motivation. So I would encourage you to help yourself by start developing a pain flare-up plan. You know, if you're watching this video on YouTube, go to the link below to our Freedom from Suffering Now blog, and I'm going to make a list of some of the common non-pharmacological interventions that many of my patients have found helpful. When you see that list, I would encourage you to pick 3 or 4 and learn them. And if you don't know, if they sound interesting and you don't know about them, find somebody that can help you. Find a coach and a guide, find a healthcare practitioner, find someone who is experienced with pain management, and have them teach you how to do some of these simple things. This is going to be your insurance policy when you have a pain flare-up. The other thing that causes pain flare-ups sometimes is not having a good activity pacing plan. Some people do too little because we need to have mobility and flexibility, but other people like me try to do too much. And both sides can be dangerous for people living with chronic pain. The other thing that happens for people, especially for people in recovery from a substance use disorder, pain flare-ups put them at high risk for a chemical relapse. So it's really important to have a good craving management plan in place too. So having an insurance policy, having it written down, and most importantly, finding 2 or 3 accountability partners, people that will support you in being successful. That's about it today for pain flare-ups, and I want you to keep standing by, because in the near future I'm going to be sharing with you this new venture, a healing place, the Estates in Camarillo, California. So until then, onward and upward.